Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stoneface Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we're here to watch more Symphogear. We got some comments today, so let's go ahead and see what people got to say. We got Joshua, who says, I love how this show does all the classic buildup of Hibiki regaining her uses of Gungnir, launches straight into a fast-paced action scene, and then slams on the brakes and makes Hibiki lose. She just overcame her own doubt and regained her power, only to instantly lose it in a far more permanent manner. Probably one of my favorite episode cliffhangers in the entire show. I believe that was the one where she crashed into the ground at the end of the fight, right? Okay. At the end of episode 4, the only Symphogears available are Kirika and Sharabe, neither of which can actually use theirs for more than a couple minutes without serious risk. Even though, make sure I got the line. Even though we know there's a plan in place to make a replacement, it doesn't change the fact that they're incredibly weak this exact moment. I also agree with the post-episode discussion about Hibiki's entire problem being a bit silly. I love GX and it's got some of my favorite moments, but Hibiki gets two storylines this season that are both absolute garbage. She's by far the weakest part of this season. Thankfully, GX puts a decent focus on Maria, Kirika, and Sharabe, and you'll actually get to see lots of good moments with them. This season just feels a bit odd because the main character is in a weak spot. I say that as someone who has steadily grown into a Hibiki fan in rewatches.
So I'm just going to do this fun opportunity to misquote people. Joshua from our last episode, what is it? GX isn't anyone's favorite season. Joshua, this episode, I love GX. It's got some of my favorite moments.
Oh, calling them out. How dare you?
I just saw it coming up in the comment and I was thinking, wait a second, isn't the same person who shat on GX just last episode?
But yeah, I can see like they want to try to put some focus on Hibiki, but maybe it's like not entirely working.
Hibiki's our
Overall,
main character. We
I
always
know.
focus on Hibiki every season.
Yep. But last season, we ended with Maria, Kirika, and Shrabe joining the good guys, and this is kind of like their rehabilitation season. This is where we have to put in some legwork and show that they are different people now.
We did that during last season too.
Well, we gotta cement it in place forever, obviously. It's why we had to refrain with Maria and go, oh yes, I just have to believe in myself, even if I'm weak, kind of stuff.
Well, I just mean, don't you remember Kirika and Shrabe fighting one another last season, trying to get this very exact same point across? Because we've already done it. We've already done it.
But now they have to do it with their cool new power, so here we are.
Which is exactly in form the exact same power. They're still throwing saw blades at one another or wielding a giant scythe. The power doesn't actually change. It's just that Power Rangers thing. If the power's gotten stronger, we're still doing
Battleizer on.
We're still doing the same stuff, but the power's gotten stronger, so we can fight stronger stuff.
Right,
So
right.
they're still making the same argument, and they're still fighting the same fight. It's just different somehow.
Yeah, I think that might actually be the best way to describe maybe how I feel right now, that there are a lot of things kind of on repeat in this season. It's not terrible because the stuff is still good in the first place, but the most interesting things are still the auto scores and what the hell they're up to.
Yeah,
And that's been
the
fascinating
villain's
to watch.
plan has changed. Otherwise, we're still going through the same internal social problems. Because I mean, we're not dealing with Gungnir cancer anymore, but we're still apparently dealing with Linker, and my problem is Fine is still gone. The doctor is still under arrest, so he could still show up at some point. Right? So the characters I appreciate are still. Look, Fine died. Fine could come back at any time. But then apparently the soul of Fine sacrificed herself, which might mean that Fine can't ever come back ever again.
That's like the implication they were given. But when it comes to Dr. Beers, I think he's probably going to remain in a straitjacket for all time. Let's be honest.
Look, the man has the ability to just do shit, right? So, it's entirely possible that some underground evil organization is going to pick up Veers and be like, we need you. and just like give him access to shit.
All right, that could be kind of interesting. Like, yeah, the internal breakout kind of deal.
Well, I mean, the Federal Institute of Sacrists are still out there, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh gosh, they sure are, aren't they?
Well, we only know that 2 of their leaders have been taken down, but he still had like this power base of men in suits with guns. So entirely plausible that there's, just normal guys like, oh, we gotta break our leader out of jail or something.
Mm-hmm. So
The
yeah,
people that killed the Japanese diplomat, or what was he?
yeah, I think it was a diplomat of some sort, but that was by American mercenaries, if I recall.
No, those are the Federal Institute of Sacrists, which are based in America.
There you go. But I think just go ahead and refrain on the comment again. I do like a lot
You're
of
gonna
the down
refrain?
points of drama. Yeah, I'm
You're
repeating
gonna
myself again.
No, you said refrain from the comment, which means you're not going to do it.
But to go ahead and repeat myself again, uh, I do love the tension. I love the drama. The resolutions maybe just could use some work. That's all. On to our next comment. Oleb23 says, I want to see our girls in ninja costumes, quoting us. Play the gotcha game, or really don't. I don't recommend someone playing a gotcha game. It's a sin in its own right, honestly. Uh, yeah, no, I can feel that. I'm not ready to throw down $50 per cool new costume, you know?
I don't know. I don't play gacha games. I have an artist working on a new end screen for us, and one of their suggestions came from a gacha game, and they were like, "Oh, if you've ever played this, we do this kind of thing or that kind of thing." I'm like, I've never played any of that kind of stuff.
There you go. So yeah, no, we'll pay $50 to our artists to give ourselves new cool costumes.
No, I said
Uh,
end screens. Wait, technically, we do pay our
mhm.
artists to give us a bunch of costumes. That's what all our stickers are
Exactly.
for on the Discord.
I think the only gotcha game ish I played seriously was the Fire Emblem mobile game that came out some time ago. I was playing that for a little while until eventually I went, wow, it kind of sucks to not get anything useful. And that's my experience with gotcha, everybody. What about you? Have you ever actually touched one at all?
I just said I don't play gacha games.
I thought that and you didn't play them now. I was asking if you might have played them any time in the past.
I don't have a phone.
Ah, there you go. That's part of the problem then.
They don't really make gacha games for actual gamers.
Have you heard about Genshin Impact, the new greatest game?
I haven't.
I
Tell me
can't
all
finish
about
that
it.
sentence. There we go. So I
Have
think
you
that is.
heard of World of Tanks?
Oh boy, have you heard that Final Fantasy Heaven's Word now has a free trial?
How about War Thunder? Are you familiar with War Thunder?
Oh boy, I can't wait to get 3,000 silver. That means nothing in the context of their
Griff,
advancement.
let me tell you about Honkai Star Rail.
I'm sorry, I'm now giggling at the idea World of Tanks as gotcha for tanks.
Yeah, I don't think
It's
there's any element of random loot or whatever, so it doesn't apply. You
yes,
actually have to build up to everything you want.
you still gotta pay as much money though.
Well, you don't. You just have to play for thousands of additional hours.
Yeah, well, once I get a few thousand more hours, I'll think about never doing it again.
I mean, all you need is 5 different screens.
Oh god.
I mean, technically, you could play these games all for free if all you wanted to do was play that game.
Ah, true. But let's go ahead and talk about what happened last time here in The Courage to Face It, where Hibiki meets up with her father but refuses to hear him out, feeling he hasn't changed since the day he left her family amidst all the harassment she faced following the Zywing incident. Joining Shirabe and Kirika on a mission to defeat some Alkanoids attacking some underground conduits, Hibiki's anger towards both her father and herself puts her at a disadvantage against Mika, prompting Shirabe to step in to protect her and Kirika. As Shirabe and Kirika end up arguing with each other following the incident, Genjiro determines Mika's purpose was to download conduit route data to locate hidden entrances. Later, Liura attacks the HQ while Mika targets Shirabe and Kirika, who learn that the reason that they were arguing was because they didn't want to burden each other. Realizing that people get mad at them because they care, the two activate their Ignite modules and combine their strengths to defeat Mika. Meanwhile, Karo reawakens in a spare body, able to see what the enemy is doing through Elf9's eyes.
I think the idea would also possibly be that Carol was lacking even more memories than before.
Yeah, that would make sense. It would be amusing to go, oh, I don't even remember fighting you before. What's up?
Well, no, you remember she uses her memories as a fuel for her powers.
Oh, yeah.
So she probably has a lot less memories than she did before.
Yep. So, but we do have our villain back. We have them with knowledge of a bunch of secret entrances. It sounds like they're going to do a base attack, and we're going to go straight into some fighting and tension. At least, that's the feel I got. What about you, Theta?
Episode 9, right?
Episode 9.
13 episodes this season?
Double checking. Yep, 13.
So, 4 episodes from the end. People did say it would go crazy on the last arc, but no one ever indicated how many episodes were in an arc.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are my thoughts. Also,
There you go.
how I just can't get the sweet, sweet taste of Smucker's jelly out of my head.
Gotta make them ad money for the gacha games, huh?
Gotta get that ad money so that we can make more art for the channel.
So, I think the only last prediction I have is it would be absolutely hilarious if Hibiki's father shows up to the secret base to try to apologize and then gets taken out. Probably not going to happen again because secret base.
Secret base that everyone knows about.
Exactly. Shows up to the submarine.
I mean, it's been a long time since we saw anybody sign one of the NDA contracts.
That's true. So, I say let's go ahead and get into it. But before we do, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below to feed that algorithm. On top of all that, if you want to watch more episodes like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, as well as some early access stuff, you can check it out over on the Patreon. It is $5 a month, but no pressure. It's all support the channel, just a little bit extra.
Tell us your favorite ad sponsor in the comments below, or on Discord, featured in the link in the doobly-doo. Great first-hand information
Carol woke up today and she was violent.
about teenage drama. I was starting to say it and I realized, oh, quick, this is like the 1-minute intro to the episode before the intro starts. I better stop saying stuff. Yeah, what information is she actually going to get? Nothing. It's all going to be who loves who, who's having a drama, whose dad has run away from who.
No, that's it. That's it exactly, Theta. You solved it. Carol now knows about Hibiki's father and can now target him specifically to try to get at Hibiki. And then Hibiki can go up and go, I don't actually care about him anymore.
Yeah, she'd find out about it followed by the fact that Hibiki just had an argument with him and ran away crying. But it's not the... Look, I guess I would be horrible at this as a villain because I'd be like, huh, she's really having some really bad father issues. My first thought wouldn't be kidnap the dad. It'd be like, kidnapping the dad's not going to work.
I gotta be honest with you, Theta. You as a villain, you'd be too honorable. That'd be, like, exploitable.
We already found that out in Iron-Blooded Orphan.
Yeah.
Well, I'm siding with Carta. Because Carta's, like, getting ready for honorable fights and gets her ass kicked every time. Because the people cheat.
Exactly. See, you got a perfect villain arc there. You're perfect, like, repeat villain of the week material, you know?
Well, no, because I would switch it up constantly. Honorable one day and just randomly decide to go after your family the next.
No, chaos is my thing. Oh, bad time for a heart attack.
That'll do that to you.
Yeah, brain is like, oh, I have this memory that we just died. Time to go into necrosis really fast.
You had cancer last season. It's your dad going.
At a certain point, Miku also has a bit of trauma over that, I'm sure.
Yeah, she died 2 seasons ago.
Hibiki, you're suppressing too much.
翼さんの成果です。10年ぶり。まさかこんな形で帰るとは思わなかったな。計測結果出します。電力の優先供給地点になります。
こんなにあるですか？その中でもひときわ目立っているのが。
Back to the ocean.
異端技術に関連した危険物や未解析品を封印した絶対禁句。
As you do, of course.
I'd expect this stuff out of Justice League.
だったら話は簡単だ。先回りして迎え撃つだけのこと。
They can tell me Carol like has a secret volcano lair where she's in, and I'll just be like, yeah, no, that checks out.
No, it's not hers. Neptune base isn't our Carol's thing.
I know, I know.
By the Meiji government?
Controlling the city's ley lines?
The Meiji government was, what, 200 years ago?
Oh, right. Elf9 just heard the entire plan.
Yeah, that was Elf9 in the scene.
Which means Carol knows everything.
Which is probably what you meant.
Tsubasa-san.
お父様。
ご苦労だったな、シンジ。それにソングに編入された君の活躍も聞いている。
はい。
アーネンエレベの神秘学部門よりアルカノイズに関する報告書も届いている。後で開示させよう。
はい。
Just all business.
お父様。沙汰もなく申し訳ありません。
I have no daughter.
お前がいなくとも風鳴りの家に揺るぎはない。務めを果たし次第戦場に戻るがいいだろう。
待ちなさい。あなた翼のパパさんでしょ。だったらもっと他に。マリア、いいんだ。でもいいんだ。
Well, this really is going to be the season of interacting with your parents, huh?
Well, it's just an anime trope.
Oh, damn, he doesn't waste time.
やぼね。親子水入らずを邪魔するつもりなんてなかったのに。
あの時のオートスコアラ。
レイラインの解放やらせていただきますわ。
やはり狙いは要石か。
ダンスマカブル。
Or why not just be like the third show that uses Memento Mori?
I wonder if they're gonna use the ley line to like charge themselves up here at the last minute or something.
Well, they're using it to charge something at Neptune base.
Yeah.
the point. Or you can attack her while this is happening.
Nah, that'd be dishonorable.
It's kind of funny that we've done the thing where we only need to see one of them transform.
Oh yeah, they just... I guess it depends on like how much extra screen time they need to fill the episode, right? If you're missing like a whole minute of animation for the episode, you just go ahead and have everyone do a transformation. Yeah, the voice actor was doing a really great job with that song. I like that.
Please harness the power of rust. Rest of your Bisco getting the second season.
What?
Well, the answer to that's easy. Just go to Italy. You can have sword-sized knives. Those weren't swords.
Is anything that can be confectioned is fine as a sword.
Man, your words cut like a knife. Destroyed. Can't talk, you can't sit.
Again, I like the 2 Aldo scores we have left because they just like accomplish their mission and just bail. They don't care about anything. They're just efficient and competent. I love you, Chris. Damn it, why are they so cool?
And we're just there.
ピクニックじゃねえんだ。行くぞ。はいです。
施設構造データ取得しました。
侵入者の捜索急げ。
キャロルの目的は世界の破壊。
Really appreciate the bad person who's donating the bits in the background.
それに類する危険物を手に入れようとしているに違いありません。
Imagine just one person at the console throughout the entire episode. Thank you, Anime Lover 27 for the 500 bits.
Our sub is powered by bits.
そうか。私はファラと戦って身に余る夢を捨ててなお私では届かないのか。
大丈夫、翼。
すまない。不覚を取った。
動けるなら来てほしい。翼のパパさんが呼んでいるわ。
わかった。
これは
アルカノイズの攻撃によって生じる赤い粒子をアーネンエルベに調査依頼していました。これはその報告書。
Apparently they prevent regeneration.
シンフォギアの開発に関わりの深い独国政府の研究機関。
Ah, the Germans again.
報告によると赤い物質はプリママテリア。
Classic allies of the
アルカヘッ
Japanese.
ドによって分解還元された物質の根源要素らしい。
物質の根源分解による
You know, Hitler was hunting for the Symphogear G.
Too far, Griff, too far. Probably true, but too far.
キャロルは世界を分解した後、何を構築しようとしてるのかしら。
翼。
はい。
傷の具合は。
はい、痛みは殺せます。
Damn it, I might love this show if the final villain turns out to be Hitler. Hitler's gathered all the Symphogears to himself.
わかりました。
And we have to sing at him to destroy him.
傷ついた自分の娘にかける言葉にしては冷たすぎるんじゃないかしら。
いいんだマリア。
翼。
いいんだ。
あれはなんだ。国家安全保障のスペシャリストかもしれないが、家族のつながりをないがしろにして。
すまない。だがあれが私たちのあり方なのだ。ここは子供自分の私の部屋だ。話の続きは中でしよう。
敵襲、また人形が。
いや、私の不徳だ。だからって10年間そのままにしておくなんて。幼い頃にはこの部屋で。
I just love Maria's reaction to the messy room. It's so good.
それにしてもこの部屋は昔からなの？
私が片付けられない女ってこと？
そうじゃない。パパさんのことだ。
私のおじい様、現当主の風鳴不動は老齢の域に差し掛かると跡継ぎを考えるようになった。候補者は嫡男である父康弘とその弟の源十郎王子様。
Wait.
風鳴司令官。
だがおじい様に任命されたのはお父様やおじい
So that
様
would
に差し置いて。
make Chris your cousin?
翼を？
理由は聞いていない。
Now that she's adopted, yeah.
Well, I don't know that she's adopted. He's a legal
ど
guardian.
うやら私にはお父様の血が流れていないらしい。
何？
風鳴りの血を濃く絶やさぬよう、おじい様がお母様の腹より産ませたのが私だ。
風鳴不動は人の道を外れたか。
So you're related too?
私の娘であるものか。どこまでも汚れた風鳴りの道具に過ぎん。
This got extra heavy.
以来私はお父様に少しでも受け入れてもらいたくて、この身を人ではなく道具として。
So almost all of the main characters are now related, except for Hibiki and the other two.
この低たらくではますますもって鬼ごと疎まれてしまうな。
竜宮の管理システムとリンク完了しました。
キャロルの狙いを絞り込めば
Just one big happy singing family, you know?
止めてください。ヤントラサルバスパ。
なんだそいつは。
あらゆる機械の起動と制御を可能にする情報集積体。キャロルがトリガーパーツを手に入れればワールドデスト
It
ラ
was
クター
really,
シフォージェシャトル
really useless 1,000 years ago. A lot more powerful today.
割り出しました。
Alright, her plan. Carol's plan is literally going to be to just blow up every nuke on the planet at once, huh?
要石を破壊した今、貴様に何の目的がある？
私は歌が聞きたいだけ。
It's my turn to die.
It's been 12 hours. She's like, yeah, no, I'm already bored. Here I thought they were just going to be totally responsible.
What's the point of doing that move? She does this, she covers herself up, right? And then we pan back and she's like, fuck it, let him loose! What is the point?
Fan service, that's what the point.
I guess it's gotta be confusing to your enemies when your song starts off not knowing what it means to be strong. When you start singing about how weak you are. Oh, now she's gonna kill you. She destroys the concept of swords!
You know, they got a point.
She said that. And you said it too. I think people on the sub are playing a bad game of Where the World's Carmen San Diego.
夢に破れ、それでもすがった誇りで戦ってみたものの、どこまで無力なのだ私は。
翼さん。
翼、
お父様
歌え翼。
ですが、私では風鳴りの道具にも剣にも
ならなくていい。
お父様。
夢を見続けることを恐れるな。
私の夢。
そうだ、翼の部屋10年間そのままなんかじゃない。
I mean, yeah, you literally said you used to sing karaoke songs to him, so it's clearly like he never didn't care or anything.
娘を撃った父親のすることではない。いい加減に気づけ、バカ娘。
No, technically it's something you do if you think your daughter's
お
dead.
父様。
I haven't gone into that room since she died.
But they did and cleaned it, that was the point.
それがお父様の望みならば、私はもう一度夢を見てもいいのですか？
Meanwhile, in the background, an enemy doing nothing.
ならば聞いてください。イグナイトモジュール発見。
Now watch your daughter get stabbed in the chest.
You know, it's funny to think that these things only work while they're in extreme emotional turmoil. Once they solve all their problems, they're just out of the ability to use it.
味見させていただきます。
So yeah, we're gonna lose our auto scores in this episode and the next episode. Which is gonna leave us 2 more episodes for the big bad. Or, never mind, maybe we lose 2 this episode. Crap, she has GN particles!
No, the yellow one here can't die without, like, the giant coming out, right? That'd be anticlimactic.
It's literally just cut in half. You just hold the 2 pieces together. It's fine. Run out of money.
And another Carol's dead.
Well, it's the last body. They already said that.
その存在が剣である以上、私には毛ほどの傷すら負わせることはかなわない。
夢を見続けることを恐れるな。
I'm
You
not a sword.
literally just said you were a sword a little bit earlier.
ありえない。哲学の牙がなぜ？
貴様はこれを剣と呼ぶのか？いいな。これは夢に向かって羽ばたく翼。貴様の哲学に翼は折れぬと心得よ。
I mean, she could call them swords, though. She called the ley line thing a sword and destroyed it. That wasn't a sword. Song change, too.
Oh, yeah. And there we go. Good climax for it.
It's a shame. She was one of the better ones. Veers!
What? What? No!
Just talk about it, man. We are getting good with this. Man, we're getting good at this. We need to just keep mentioning people before they show up.
And he's just as crazy as ever. Hell
Well,
yeah.
God, now I got somebody to cheer for again. But it's also one of the old school villains is now on the side with the new school villain.
I can't imagine this combo, though. It's Carol, this, like, highly serious, I'm giving up anything to destroy the world character, and Dr. Veers, who is positively the opposite side of the emotional spectrum, right?
Well, they also deal with completely different shit. Dr. Veer is dealing with, like, the Symphogear and all that shit, and Carol is dealing with alchemy and shit, so it's just like... It's just a crossover. Well, it's like Dr. Veer is your, Lord Zed Power Ranger metaphor, right?
Yeah.
He's your old school big bad villain, and then you go forward 20 more seasons, and you pull out Lord Zed against the new people, and it's like, huh, we did get stronger, right? We are 20 seasons more strong than the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Lord Zed is intimidating and all, but I think we're gonna kick his ass.
Alright, so I got a theory. So, Veers is going to learn alchemy from Carol, and then when Carol's defeated, Veers becomes Season 4 villain. That's what I think.
I'm not gonna guess, like I said. I'm still going with Moon splits in half. Oh. Yeah, tell that to all of your friends.
Well, that's
All
kind
of
like a
your
depressing
friends that
note.
were at one point broken and had to be fixed. Chris, for example, or Fine, or Maria, or Kirika, or etc.
Well, I guess you would think that owning an iPhone.
I don't own phones, Griff. It's not a joke that I get.
You're not allowed to repair iPhones, is the joke.
Oh, is that the whole
Yeah, they're just like, oh, you gotta buy a new one now.
intended obsolescence or whatever it's called?
Yeah, a whole lot of that. A lot of
Designed obsolescence.
no right to repair kind of deals too.
Yeah, but they're reversing that kind of shit. John Deere does the same thing, and then they're getting like sued in court, and it's being reversed that you have to be able to, because it's not on you. Once the person buys it, they own it.
Yeah, I can only hope that we get more good legislation in that direction right now. But as it stands, well, Hibiki's not in the episodes for a while. She's gonna appear like in the last two suddenly.
Yeah, when the moon cracks open and the angel baby comes out.
Looks at Moon Baby's like, I got some father issues to work out, pounds her fists together.
Well, you remember Fine thought that God existed, or something was inside the moon that had to be destroyed. And
what is God if not the Father? Oh. Sorry. I'm taking my metaphors too far.
Well, it's not a metaphor, it's biblically true. It's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
Right, but if this is the season about dealing with your father, and then they're just like, and then God comes by and says hello.
Well, clearly Fine didn't think it was a father figure in the moon. Fine was thinking of a romantic interest.
But we do have a tie-in with Carol, of course, because of her relationship with her father, I guess, maybe? Or just rediscovering that?
I mean, we barely got shown that. It's like, what, 2 to 3 flashbacks?
Mm-hmm.
But she had a friendly, happy relationship with her father. It's not the same.
But she did mention that she's, quote, forgotten why she's doing this in the first place.
As I already mentioned, she uses her memories as power for her abilities. She burns through them.
So it would seem to me that if maybe the entire point of this is remembering all the good stuff about your father, then it would make sense that returning those memories to Carol's is the end game, right? So they're going to go ahead and enter into her brain mindscape and go on an adventure thematically appropriate to her currently dwindling memories.
Whatever that was. I mean, clearly the idea being that somebody clearly remembers, because otherwise we wouldn't have been shown them, because we don't typically get shown shit that nobody ever will know.
So yeah, a lot of fun stuff happening, and of course, damn it, Dr. Beers, he shut up out of nowhere.
Well, we talked about him, so...
I guess him being stuffed in a prison underwater makes perfect sense, along with the rest of the relics.
Well, they said he was getting locked away, yeah. But, I mean, we're getting very prescient about these things. Anybody we talk about, well, Fine hasn't shown back up. I would have taken a Fine over Veers, but at least, as we said, Veers is still around.
I gotta say, ain't no way Fine's coming back, right? That's what I think.
I mean, it's not probable, given that she's sacrificed her very spirit and soul to save one of the characters. It would be very weird for her to show back up.
Undo the entire progress we made with the character.
At the same point, I want her back, and I'd do it. I'd let it go. I wouldn't complain.
So, alright then. So, I think that'll wrap it up for today, and tomorrow, more Dr. Veers. So, everybody, this has been Stoneface Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we'll catch you next time. See you around. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below, and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?